Hello, good morning, good evening, everyone.
Yeah, hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining for this webinar on Chatgmp. I'm sure and we hope that you will find this webinar and the tool useful for your work. Uh, we are one minute over our standard time, but we would like to give 1 more minute for people who are or who may be trying to join, just so that they are able to take the full advantage of our webinar. Okay, so we have given 1 more minute. In the interest of the time and those who have come on time, we will start the webinar, and I will briefly introduce first AI for Pharma. So basically, AI for Pharma is a AI startup specifically focused on pharma, as the name is very clear. Uh, we started AI for Pharma around 15 months back last year, where there is a unique combination of expertise in the pharmaceuticals and technological expertise decided to come together, wherein we felt that the pharmaceutical industry, specifically if we focus on generic pharma industry, the major focus has always been obviously first on the quality, then the manufacturing processes, and the ultimately, of course, the cost, so that it can be provided at a cost benefit manner to the patients. So we decided to focus on these three parameters on AI for pharma and work on the use cases which can benefit pharma companies on these three areas. And so I already explained, focus is quality, efficiency, and costs. Uh, as I told you, that it's a unique combination where, briefly I will introduce myself. My name is Amish Vyas. I'm co-founder and the CEO of this company. I have been in the pharma industry, specifically focused on the injectable side for almost 31 years. Prior to starting AI for pharma, I was with multinational companies like Baxter of US. Uh, Mainly focused on the pharma side of the business. I was managing director of Baxter India. I was with Hikma Pharmaceuticals, where I was based in Europe and US, helping them on the global business development and also M&A activities. Um, Again, on the injectable side. And prior to that, I was with a company called Claris Injectables, which was a pioneering company in injectables from India, and I was the joint CEO of that company. And I will take the liberty to introduce my co-founder, Akshat, whom you can see on the screen. Akshat is co-founder and CTO, pure technocrat, studied in India and then in US, worked for Fortune 500 companies, Amazon, and then decided to come back to India. And that's where both of us decided to join our forces together, where he brings in technical expertise and I bring in more on the pharma side expertise. And we have been strongly supported by our joint venture partner, Silvertech Technologies Limited, which is a publicly listed company in Bombay Stock Exchange with almost 1,400 professionals, almost 30 years of experience in the IT and IT related activities. So that's where we believe that any company who is in the AI space in pharma, possibly we would be one of the unique ones. And we started developing few products since we start. Right now the screen shows two products, but now we have five products. I would say, yeah, five. One is called Batch Smart, which is for the AI-enabled tool for paper-based batch manufacturing record review and release. This is possibly the first of its kind in the world. We have not seen similar solutions for the paper-based BMRs. We have seen companies having eBMRs. We also launched two products called Chatgmp and Chat Orange. They are basically extremely user-friendly, intuitive interfaces based on the FDA data on the GMP side or the Orange Book side. And then there are two more products which we have developed and we are on the verge of launching. One is called Label Smart and the second is called COS Smart. Both these products are again for the quality and manufacturing operations where companies can actually, with the use of AI, able to identify the errors in the labels before it is being released, because almost 90% of the recalls are happening because of the errors on the labels and packaging. So this is a quick overview on the Chat GMP. And in the interest of the time, we can directly jump on the Chat GMP software itself. So, this is again for the interest of everyone. This is a free of charge software. You can right now for the period of 1 month, you can register free of charge and explore the functionalities because we believe that those who are in the quality or manufacturing, this can be an amazing tool for them to keep themselves abreast with what is happening specifically for the US market. So this tool ChatGMP is basically on the foundation of the FDA data on the FDA government website. But obviously you can see and you can understand that government websites are not best known for their user friendliness, right? I mean that is common across the world, and same is the true for US FDA website as well. And we believe that there is the huge amount of data which can be useful for the pharma companies, which is available. But unfortunately, because it is not structured in a more user-friendly manner, and we can't expect the government to do that, we thought that we can develop a software which can help the companies to use it in a. When you register and when you start this software, you see this dashboard right now, as you see on the. So on the left-hand side, you can see these are the multiple tabs which you can look at it. Chat GMP is the chat bot where you can ask any questions. I will take you through that functionality. Then there is a dashboard where it gives you a complete overview of what all information we have captured and summarized, where you can go into specific details of each and every of that. Then there is a enterprise related details. Um, so that is a third tab. So any company, almost 45,000 companies details are there. Inspection details is the next tab. So there are again almost 90,000 records of the inspection, which is there, which are available on the FDA website. But if you have to find a specific company, specific inspection, it's 483, its summary, it is generally very difficult. Then we also have compiled a complete database on the citations. So citations, there are huge number of citations, as you can see, almost 50,000 citations which FDA has given during their inspections are very meticulously structured in this tab, wherein every specific areas can pick up their own citation and understand that what kind of observations FDA is giving, and you can also sort it differently. Then, of course, the 483s, all the 483s, almost 1,800 483s are available, and including the names of the company, dates, the AI summary of these, which I will take you into detail, and whether it has got converted into warning letter or not. So that database is also there. Then, of course, there are some companies receive untitled letters. So we have also captured those, not as critical as I would say warning letter or something like that, but still, a very useful information for people to go through that. Complete summary of almost 1,100 warning letters and it's AI summary so that you don't have to waste your time into going through. Maybe almost 60% of the letter is through uh, legal language. And then there are other databases like import refusals, product recalls. There are almost 1,200 investigator details. So if you see, uh, there are almost 1,300. So many companies know that which inspector is likely to come and visit their facilities, and this is the complete background about all the investigators, how many inspections they have done, what are their 483s, so that company is able to understand that what will be the orientation of that specific investigator. And then there are more informations about drug shortages or NDC codes or facilities. But so these are the different data sets which we have in a very intuitive and summarized manner. I will take you through maybe on the dashboard, and we'll give you a background about it. So let's say, for example, on a dashboard, uh, any user wishes, he or she comes in with a open mind and says, let me search a specific company, and they can go into, let's say, enterprise, and for example, let's put a number one company in the world, let's say Pfizer, right? Let's put Pfizer, you know, and so when you put a Pfizer, all the data related to Pfizer comes in, right? So there are under Pfizer, there are 105 companies, there are 167 inspections, there are 6,483s which are in FDA. So you get a complete analytics of Pfizer and across all companies. What it also gives you is a ability. If you see on the right hand side, top of that data, you can have a summarized report or a detailed report. So let's say if you want a specific report from any company, you are sourcing a third party supplier, and before approving them, if you want to understand about any companies, you can also download that. And now you can go into, let's say, for example, 483s of Pfizer, right? So just one clarification, that when you see that, okay, there are 167 inspections are there, but there are only uh, 6 483s which are there in the FDA. So as all of you may know that not all 483s are published by FDA on their website. So that is where you may see whatever data is there published for a public knowledge by FDA, you will see here. So all these 483s, as you see, the latest one was in January 2020. And what you can do is that you can see, of course, the real actual 483, right? So the PDF you can see, and this is the actual 483 which was given to Hospira, and everyone is aware about the 483, right? But let's say, for example, you are at a leadership position or any position, right, where you don't have to go through the complete nitty gritty of that, but you are interested to understand that what are the actual observations. So what we have done is that through the use of AI, out of all 1800 483s, you can pick up any 483, and AI is giving you a summarized version of the observation. And I believe that most of the people who are on this call are interested to know the observations rather than the details about what the laborious details are mentioned in the 483. So all the observations are picked up here. You can just see the summarized version. And so this is we have heard from our clients and companies that this is very useful for their quality organizations because they are able to easily view this. If we go back, same way, let's say for any company, you can also, if you go back, let's say you want to see how many warning letters are there. So you go into the warning letter, which is there on the FDA website. It is given to that Vizag site in India. There is obviously the warning letter is there, but there is so much of a legal information is there, right? So if you see, uh, I mean, it becomes a laborious task for anyone to understand that what is the actual reason for which, warning letter is given, before, they can read the. So what we have done is that we also provided AI summary. And again, all 1,000 warning letters which are right now on the FDA website, we have given AI summary for all of these warning letters, so that as a quality organization, you are interested to understand that what are the real reasons why which companies are getting warning letters. You are able to do that. Uh, if we go back, we'll give you the background about, of course, refusals, recalls. I will not go into, but investigators is very interesting. Myself being part of the companies, I was always, interested to know who is going to visit, right? Because they know. So let's say these are the people who have visited. 13 investigators visited Pfizer in different times, and you can pick up any investigator. Let's pick up anyone, Simone, and it gives you a complete background about Simone's background, right? So how many 483s there she has given. This is, by the way, this data is not for only Pfizer. This data is for an investigator for all the inspections. So on the right hand side, it also gives you information about which all other companies she has visited. I mean, in 22nd of August, she visited and inspected Nephron in US. The idea here is that, you can pick up any investigator and you can understand their focus areas, their areas of, significant attention, and we can be prepared accordingly. And in the specific company itself, you can also, if you go into, one more step back, you see the inspection citations, right? So you can also see company specific citations as to, department wise. You can pick up any CFR number and say, related to this CFR, how many citations are there, and you can look at it either through, yeah. So Akshat picked up, let's say, the subsection number 192, and it quickly gives you a summary as to how many citations in Pfizer are related to, uh, you know, uh, 211 subsection and 192. And mind you, in the beginning, I shared with you there are almost 44,000 citations, and you can actually zero down into specific CFR number and also subsection number, so that you imagine you can give it out to your respective functions within the organization and ask them to focus on checking their own systems against the citations which are given, which is relevant to their function. So this is also, you can see, for every company. And then if we go back, uh, right, so maybe we can go back to the dashboard. I think we have covered, right? So, and then if we go further, like, inspection citations, let's say total there are 50,000 citations, and you know that, as I told you, out of 50,000, let's say someone wants to understand, they don't know what is my specific CFR citations are there across all 50,000, because this becomes a ready reckoner for the organization, that, while we prepare ourselves and remain audit ready, but we also want to check that, which are the recent focus areas and the citations which companies are getting. And this is where you can get it latest up to, even older citations. And similarly, you can filter with the names, and you can filter with the dates and everything. If you go to the 483s, right? If you go to 483s on the 483 tab, as I told you, almost 1,800 483s, and you can see any 483. You can pick up any 483. Let's say you have a benchmark company, you are an injectable company, for example. I will always remember injectable company because I was involved with the injectables for many years. And you pick up a, uh, let's say any company, for example, let's take Fresenius, right? Because there is also a large injectable company. Uh, why don't you pick up Akshat in search Fresenius, Fresenius? Yeah. So if you see Fresenius Kabi, right? So the latest, you have a warning letter in 2023, and you can quickly now you can do it for your own, either your supplier or your competitor or your benchmark companies, and learn from their 483s in a summarized manner rather than, and imagine that, let's say, what I had seen in India and most of the places is that whenever there is a 483 which is available, we share on a text message or a WhatsApp, and people of the different department goes through the whole 483, and then they try to make a meaning out of that, and they'd work on that. And instead of that, if you have this tool available to every department within the company, what they have to do is that they have to just go through this tool and search for that. So this is very user friendly and very intuitive reports. And what another thing which we have done is that, of course, if you go to shortages, maybe I will go to directly the shortages because rest of the things I have shown you. But drug shortages, yeah. And you can see that there are almost 2,000 records, and this is some of the areas where which is the biggest concern which everyone faces. And if you are trying to understand that which all products are in shortage, so you can do a filter by name or by dosage or by year, right? So you can pick up any company, you can pick up a product, dosage, let's say how many injectable, what are the current or resolved, and everything. So this has been again a very interesting uh, database. Again, this is database is already available, but obviously it is not in the same. So if you see, there are 983 shortage reports for injectables alone. And this information becomes extremely useful for the companies when they are trying to identify which products to focus in production or which products to register and get approval of. And these are and then of course the rest of the tabs are pretty self-intuitive. If you see in the back, we also added guidelines. So across the all, there are guidelines. There are FDA guidance documents which are there. So all the guidelines, whenever it is upgraded, it's a ready reckoner for everyone. They don't have to visit multiple sites of the FDA, multiple pages of the FDA. Whatever data is there, we have tried to incorporate. Very interesting information apart from guideline is the guidance documents. If you see, uh, there are almost 3,000 guidance, 2,800 guidance documents are there. Some are in the draft form or some are in the final form. And this is something which is again a very interesting and important, where you can filter all the guidance documents and actually uh, find out that, okay, let me see related to let's say CBER or I want to see a guidance status of the year, final and then year, right? So if I want to see how many guidance documents are final, and then I see what is the 2025, and you see there are 38 records which are in 2025, which are either draft or the final. Another interesting thing, of course, it's a more of a ready reckoner. It is available, but NDC codes. So all the NDC directories there uh, on the left-hand side tab. So, if you want to select and see that, for a specific company, how many NDCs are there, you can, so there are almost 135,000 database, and you can filter and search based on a product, based on a company, based on a multiple other parameters, which is sometimes very useful for the companies to look for when they are trying to do a benchmarking with other companies. So what we have tried to do is that make it highly user friendly, helpful for the professionals who are trying to seek certain data from the FDA website. And today, time is of the essence, and that's why we have tried to give a lot of ready reckoner information, including 503B outsourcing facilities database. Also, that that is also a very interesting space, and we also incorporated all these databases to how many 503B companies are there. And last but not the least, let me also take you through the Chatgmp chatbot, which is very useful, where while there are ready tabs which are available for every subsection, but let's say if you want to have quick questions that, okay, let's say in published 483s, there are 1800 483s. And if you want to find out that out of this 1800 483, out of specific observation related questions, if you have, then there are, let's say, any topic you can pick up. We have shortlisted all the topics which are for on which the 483 observations have been given, and you pick any topic, right? Akshat, why don't you pick up any topic? What it does is that on that topic, the AI goes through all the 1800 483s, and it gives a summary that which companies were given observations which are related to that topic out of all 1800 483. So can you imagine? You can't even imagine how manually someone can even do that. But you imagine that you are preparing for FDA audit or inspection, and specific department wants to, be ready and for this. So they can just simply shortlist the observation, and the Chat GMP will give a complete summarize that what all observations were there in which companies, so that you can also focus on the companies which are relevant to you. And then once these are these observations specific to this one, there are 65 companies received this observation. And same way for every observation which is shortlisted, you can go through all 1800. Same way, you can also go and then you can download the PDF version. You can refer to that whenever you want to do that. And similarly, you can also do the warning letter. Let's say someone wants to study that, okay, uh, let me shortlist that warning letter related. And then you say, okay, I want to understand CFR warning letter subjects, right? Let's say one, and then you say there are already, and then there are already shortlisted titles on which the warning letters are given. You can pick up that, okay, let me pick up API adulterated. So there are out of 1,000 warning letter, 46 warning letters. One of the reasons they were given warning letter was also this specific. So again, while as an organization, you are trying to understand the main reasons why warning letters are given, this can become a extremely useful tool for you to understand and, be prepared that whether this kind of topic should be taken seriously, how seriously FDA is taking this kind of observation, and accordingly you can give focus. And then you can go into enterprise specific also, that, okay, let me see, for example, any AstraZeneca. And then you can go through that, okay, AstraZeneca had, this kind of warning related issues. And therefore, again, if you are benchmarking with this specific company, you can have a complete background about that company, their warning letter, 483s, etc. And of course, these are the ready tabs we have prepared. But let's say if you want to just put a query, right? You can also give a prompt directly, and you can write in the box where you can see that, okay, give latest 483 of Pfizer, for example. And ideally, this chatbot will give the base out of the database which is available on the 483, it should give the result to us that, okay, what was the latest. So it gives you a latest one was the January 2020. You can download the PDF and do the, and you can ask any other questions as well. So look, this is the complete 483 in a summarized version. You are able to see this. So you can actually engage in the way we are having in the chat GPT or any other LLM model. But this is more specific on the pharmaceutical GMP side. So that's where you will get a combination of the LLM as well as the our trained models and the database, and therefore you get more precise answers onto the same thing. So yeah, I mean, I just don't want to keep on speaking more and more. What I would encourage all of you is that registration is free of charge for 1 month, and the more you will. And yes, thanks Akshat. So it is available across multiple languages as well. So German, French, Portuguese, Spanish, Italian, Japanese, Korean, Chinese. So let's say if one of your associate companies are in Spain, and they feel more comfortable with the Spanish or China, or they can also use this software in the specific language itself. So I would encourage everyone to explore the features. Half an hour will always be a short time for us to explain all the features, but it is amazing tool. I'm talking from my pharma background, and I believe that uh, all of you who are um, right now witnessing would be also finding it really useful to do that. And while you guys are here, maybe I will take 5 minutes to explain Chat Orange also. It is basically it is the same tool, similar construct and the skeleton and the philosophy, but that is mainly for the Orange Book database. So it is mainly focused for the portfolio managers and business development. So complete Orange Book database, which people can't even think of, the enterprise products, patents, exclusivity, complete information on the DMFs, finished products. And if you see on the left, it is also available on the biologics and biosimilars. You can select as per the patent expiry, exclusivity expiry. You can find out all the injectables products or as solid oral projects or the tablets, etc. So amazing level of permutation combination with which one can find out information about the products out of the Orange Book, which, if you guys have used it, you know that, it is a lot of data is there, but if you want to use it in a more user-friendly manner, it becomes challenging. So, of course, the objective of this call is Chat but since you are here, I just thought that I will also touch upon this specific software as well. So I will pause here and would encourage anyone who has any question. We would be very happy to answer. But again, I would like to request you all to register, explore this, and then you will understand the power of ChatGMP in a much better manner.
Absolutely. Thank you, Amish sir, for all the information. And just wanted to add one thing. We are also on mobile apps as well, so you can download the ChatGMP app on iOS or Android
Yeah,
storage.
very important. So we have got a question that do we have a excipient chat app? And what I can say is that, let's say if there is a, so in the APIs this list, right? If you go into the Chat Orange app, in that it includes any DMF. Let's say if excipients requires a DMF, then it is already incorporated into the Chat Orange. So if you go into, let's say, DMFs, why don't you go to DMF, right? And then you can see, depending on the categorization, whether it is a excipient or API, you are able to find out, basically uh, based on the type, right? So this is the excipient is available, and you can see there are almost 3,000 excipients which are having some kind of a DMF number, which you can use it. So Mayur, does it answer your question? But that is Chat Orange. It is not in the Chat GMP. Chat GMP is mainly on the GMP compliance, warning letters, 483s, everything. Whereas Chat Orange is more about the products, APIs, excipients, biological, biosimilars, patents, exclusivity, etc. Yes. So can we get all cumulative citation for vendor qualification? So, though I may not have understood correctly, but you are asking that for a specific vendor, you want to understand all the citations, right? Basically. So, if I understood the question correctly, yes, if you go to why don't you go to Chat GMP and pick up a company, right? Any company, let's say Intas, Accord, or any company. I think let's take Sun Pharma, right? And then you can pick up Sun Pharma. And Mr. Prakash, if you see, there are all the citations. There are 137 citations which are related to Sun Pharma. So these are vendor specific. So you can select. One thing is there that if, let's say, on the FDA website, so you can download these reports. So there are 137 citations. You are able to do that. You get that report, and then you are able to use that for your purpose. So these are all the citations for Sun Pharma, including all the details. Does it answer your question, Mr. Prakash? Okay. So is there any additional? Are they, Malo? Can can they ask question here, or it has to be chat only? You are on mute, Malo.
Yes, they can unmute themselves and they can ask the question.
Yeah. So, Mr. Prakash, if you want to ask a question, happy to answer. If you
Yeah,
want to
hi
clarify.
Amish, good morning.
How are you?
Good, good, good. Actually, the question is very specific. Suppose through this chat GMP, can we get all citation which has given by the FDA for the vendor's qualification specifically?
Okay. So we can go into this. Let's say you go to inspection citation tab.
Right.
And no, not there. Go to Akshat in Chat GMP, chatbot. Select inspection citations. Then go to enterprise specific, right? And then you can select, let's say Alembic. Let's pick up any company, Biocon. Yeah. So, Mr. Prakash, these are all the citations which are related to Biocon.
No, but still my question remains same.
Oh, okay. Can you go back? Sorry, it is inspection citations, and then you are talking about the short description of the details. So let's say, can you go into that, and then you write a
Right,
vendor qualification.
right. Got
Akshat,
it, got it, got it.
yeah. So it is not there specifically. We pick up
Maybe
based on the,
maybe supplier qualification or something is there.
yeah.
Got it, got it.
Yeah. Supplier adequately, suppliers oversight.
Yes, yes.
So you can select any of these specific, and then you will get all the citations related to that topic.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you. So apparently, I think there are no other questions, but really, we are thankful for your time and spending your time to understand about Chatgmp. I personally believe, not because I'm the founder of the company, but based on my previous needs, the whole idea of finding these use cases was based on the experience which we had during my pharma journey. And I believe that you will also find it useful. So do use it, register and explore, and feel free to write to us if you need any further clarifications or questions. Thank you very much, everyone, and we will close the webinar now. Sorry, yeah. So Prakash ji, you can just register directly. You go to the website www.chatgmp.ai for pharma.ai, and you can register giving your email. Very simple, and then it will you will be able to explore that. Thank you, everyone, again,
Thank you all.
and bye.